So throughout the years, I was on puberty blockers, testosterone, and I had a double mastectomy. And I've experienced complications. I still am experiencing complications to this day from all three, including the joint pains. I went on puberty blockers myself. I was on them for about a year, and while I was on them, I would hear like cracks in like my neck and my back, um, and I would get really bad hot flashes, which stopped um, as I went off of them. But to this day, I still experience joint pains, mainly in my arms, my hands, my knees, and mostly in my back and my neck. Because of the testosterone, I have permanent changes to my bone structure that cannot be reversed, and I have I mainly have issues with my urinary tract, but I'm not sure whether I'll be able to conceive a child or be able to safely carry to term or to birth. Um, and because of the mastectomy, I'll never be able to breastfeed. And as part of the process, as part of the operation, they used skin grafts. And 2 years later, 2 years after the surgery, I thought the healing was going fairly well, save for the grafts being slightly dry on the surface, but they started to leak fluid, and I've had to start wearing bandages over them again. And I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's an infection, if it's some other complication from the surgery, but I've gotten no help from it, and I'm not sure whether it'll even go away or if I'll have to live like this for the rest of my life. I wasn't really allowed any time to just be and to just be and just to be observed, um alone without intervention. I mean, it was only about half a year between being diagnosed with gender dysphoria and actually being medicated. So the process for me was very expedited. I'm afraid that my generation and the generations following mine are going to be led astray down the same path that I was on. It is not loving to lie to a child. It is not loving to disrupt a child's healthy, natural development. Or to encourage them to do so. It took me quite a while to get to this point. I mean, initially, when I was speaking out just on my personal social media and with people who I considered my friends, I got shut down pretty quickly, by other transgender individuals and by allies. Um, and I stayed quiet about it for a little while. I didn't want to speak out about it. I didn't want to get the reactions, get the treatment that I was seeing then. But at the same time, I was also speaking to other people who were detransitioning, people who regretted their transitions, and people who were harmed medically, and seeing how these people were suffering, how a lot of them had a lot of the same struggles that I did, and some even worse. Some were even worse off. I realized that this experience is a lot more common than previously thought, and that not everybody in the situation feels that they're able to speak up, and that's a large part of what motivates me to speak out. I'm far from whole. I'm far from healed. I'm still processing and dealing with what I went through. But I think the things that keep me the most motivated to do what I'm doing would be the love of my friends and family, and my friends who are detransitioning as well. Just seeing what they're going through and what thousands of children and young people are going through reminds me of what I'm fighting for.